Hello, hello. I hope everyone's doing well. Also, Hardwhale, thank you so much for the follow, my friend. I appreciate you a lot. Whoops, not that. Thank you so much for coming in. Let me know if I said your username right. Also, hi, Cal. Alright, let me see here. Alright, let's get started, yeah? I got matcha. I got a dream. I'm trying to figure out if let's see. Checking out the ambassador genre profile. Okay, cool. I'll just vibe here. I'll let him respond to me in time. How was your morning been? Surprisingly productive. I somehow have gotten up and done work, which is pretty cray-cray. Did not anticipate that. So, that is a surprise. Otherwise, I am fine. Living my best life, and by that I mean avoiding the throes of existential dread. Still very overwhelmed by having to get through grad school shit, unfortunately, but it could be significantly worse. Yeah, it could be much worse. So we're gonna just kind of be chunking. I'm having to redo my whole schedule. I did not get the art instructor job at the university I applied for, which is unfortunate, but that's okay, because I got this other job offer and I have an interview on the 12th of May, so we're gonna just hope that I get that one. We can dream. I'm trying to think of anything else that's going on. Mostly just vibing with Jace and kind of vibing and, yeah, I don't know. Fuck if I know. Hanging. Got some brekkie. Was working a lot on the Betrayer's Blade stuff, and shit's getting fucking intense. The chapters that updated on Kofi are wild. I feel so bad for this character. This is just like, it's been so painful. But how are you? Hopefully you're doing good. Okay, hold on. Tom responded to me. Okay, cool. I gotta open this link so that I don't lose it. Thanks, Tom! Okay, oh, he's the best. Because if I can figure out how to apply for this ambassadorship for Wattpad as well, that's what I want. Frozen crumpets. How very British of you. We don't do crumpets here in the United States. No crumpos. We got biscuits here. Who does a crumpo? Not me. No crumpos in this house. Oh yeah, so kind of a long, well, not a long shift, but an early shift. Hi, Ava. I'm doing okay. Kind of sleepy, but other than that, somehow, like, less overwhelmed about school. I'm getting very close to actually being done, but then I gotta, like, hammer in hard for my wedding and shit like that. So, it's like one thing gets finished and then... excuse me, another thing gets started again, so... I will not escape it. Where the hell is Wukong? Phew. Oh, you know who didn't draw his fucking shirt? Me. There we go, better. We're fine. Hashtag Chinese scatting. He looks like he's gonna rocket punch this lady into space. I realize I didn't fill in the black here. Nope, not a group. I am a fool. Yeah, otherwise just vibing. Oh, I guess since everybody's in here, I'll do a couple of announcements, because that's a whole thing. So first and foremost, the Kickstarter was successfully funded, so that was very cool. I know I'm going to sound like a broken record for the next 2 weeks about this, so I do apologize. So for those of you who have... heard this before, I apologize, but it got funded, and if you still want the audiobook, you can pledge. Late pledges are open, so you can just back this until May 13th. That's when I'm going to shut down the late pledges. So if you want them, the lowest tier is $28, and that will get you the audiobook. So everything has gone up slightly in price because of items increasing in price, so you can't get certain discounts anymore, but you can still get the actual Kickstarter itself, including the Kickstarter exclusive stuff, like the tee and the sticker that will be available nowhere else ever again. So if that's something that you're interested in and you want the tee, back now or forever hold your peace. That's a thing, and yeah, it'll be live until May 13th. The other thing is that, let's see... The next thing is that everything in my Etsy store is 30% off for Mother's Day. So if you want a Mother's Day gift, that is also a thing that I have going on here. And, yeah, literally everything. Even commissions are 30% off. So if you want that, that also is a whole thing. And you can get that by going to my Etsy until Mother's Day, which I believe is May 11th. So that's kind of the vibe. Both of those links are in the Twitch. Trying to think about what else is going on. Yeah, still kind of bummed that I didn't get that that job with Capella. They went with another candidate, unfortunately. So now I gotta apply to a bunch of other stuff. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. Oh, actually, not that color. I'm gonna have to just do this the other way anyway. That's fine. Yep, so I'm going to apply to a writer for a game studio, or as a writer for a game studio that's remote. And then I'm going to apply to Webtoons as a sensitivity reader. We're going to see how that goes, but otherwise I do have an interview lined up, at least with that one company. So that's pretty good. I'll take that. Whoops. Hydrate. I have a lemon poppy seed matcha. Oh, a self-care combo. Everybody stretch, sit up straight. Do not be a shrimpy. Don't do it. We like shrimps, but not like that. Mr. Man. Jace, did you feed this fucker his 11sies? Wow, he is... Come on. Why are you so sad? Come here. You can make it. Come on. There you go. He's so afraid. He was so scared. Mr. Man, are you being scrunkle? He smells like Fritos. Mr. Man, stop eating my pen. Stop eating my pen. Stop eating my pen. He's so cute, and all he wants to do is huff on my arm and scrub his little teeth on my everything. Why are you scrubbing your teeth? Can you lay down? Remember when you used to, like, lay down up here and you were chill about it? Remember that? I remember that. Oh, so good news for any cat owners. Somebody did a study to try and figure out, it was like a teen. They wanted to figure out if a cat butthole touches everything. And the answer that they found is that the cat butthole does indeed not touch everything. So if you were worried about your cat's butthole touching stuff, good news for you, you don't have to worry about that, especially if you have a long-haired cat. I mean, that kid, that 6th grader was asking the right questions, truly. I definitely respect where their line of thinking was coming from. They did it for, like, a science fair. And now they know the answers. Now they know that, no, it does not cause... You don't touch... The booty doesn't touch, you know? No booty touching. Or not nearly as much booty touching as we would have originally perceived, you know? Could have been worse. Like, much worse. We could have learned right away that the booty hole did touch. Oh, cool. I'm all right making a comic. Nice. That sounds very fun. To be fair, my brain is mush, and so if you asked me, if I did ask you, I couldn't fucking tell you. I just don't remember. But I am glad that you are doing well. Sometimes my brain short circuits and I do not ask the question, which is lame, because I am lame. Comics are fun, though. We do like working on comics in here. You are not lame, you are stressed. Yeah, I cannot even fucking describe to you. Okay, so I went to my sister's wedding. That was the thing that happened to me this weekend. I went to my sister's wedding, and I'm glad that the whole thing is done. She seemed like she had a nice time and was very happy with how it went, which is great. I'm glad for her. That makes me happy. I guess that was fine, but when I say that it was, like, the most stressful fucking experience... So, like, for context... I haven't had panic attacks in probably about a decade. Maybe less. Just under a decade. And that was like, over this weekend was the first time that I almost had a full-blown anxiety attack driving a car in years. And I was like, this is bad. This is really bad. So I slept over the weekend, sort of, but like, not as well as you would think. So that's kind of where I'm at. It was a time. Nobody wanted to watch The Children, so I just ended up fucking watching The Children, which was not great. The kids very quickly recognized that I was the only one who gave a fuck about their entire existence, and I was like, well... And then I got trapped. Did you just cut something with the scissors, or did you burn it?
I cut something, and then I burned it.
I saw the glint of flame, and that's all I know. It made my little primitive man brain go, whoa! Fire! Fire bad! Yep, so that was something that I did. And I'm really hoping that my, wedding is significantly less stressful than that. It was violent. Yes! I did it. I'm so excited for my derpy little man. I'm just... I was like, I need something stupid as fuck for Picardo. Also, the fact that Picardo allows you to save, or to start, like, effectively charging for memberships and stuff right out the gate, and you don't need to, like, actually have, like, a, membership count or, like, a follower count before you start doing that is really fucking cool. By the way. So if anybody was curious about streaming on Picardo, we're going to do a testimony over there. I've noticed that it's mostly NSFW artists over there. It seems like just on the front page, like I opened it up with a naked account just to see what it would look like over there. And it is indeed predominantly NSFW artists drawing big anime titty. I, unlike those heathens, am going to be drawing big dick, so... Just kidding, just kidding. So Jace, talk to me about the pipeline. What do we feel like we need to change anything up? Do we feel like we need to save your wrists from carpal tunnel and have me just do the line work? Like, let me know how you feel about all of that. If you want to just do the colors and backgrounds, because to be honest, that's like a shitload of work also. Whatever the plan is. These pants are so cute. Okay, so then here's the question. Would you be able to dig up what brush you were using by just going through the trenches? Cool. Whenever you get time to do that, that would be dope. And then I'm going to have to, let's see. Oh, this is going to result in some stupid shit. Here we go. Boy, howdy. Oh, I guess I can do it like this. Be gone, demon. Whoops. That way. Okay, and then I need... Was there a chain? Oh no, why would you do this? There was a way that I made this not be stupid. How did I make you not stupid? I'm probably gonna have to just close it. What if I minimize? Nope. I just don't want to have to close it, you know what I'm saying? Because I recognize that this is probably a processing power issue. Guess what? Uncheck animated zoom is already unchecked, you demon. Alright, that's fine. Oh, but then it doesn't even zoom in the right area. Alright. Fine. You demon. Alright. Let me in. Okay, I need to open up a another page that has the necklace on it. I think that's the wrong color. This one doesn't even have the necklace because I was a dummy. I'm not gonna worry about it though. I'm just gonna make sure that this is the right color on this and save this out because I just do not want this to be the wrong color. So let me do this really quick and then go and update it. I guess I fucked up here. Don't know how that happened to me. So let me go on to Tapas and Webtoons. Yeah, I didn't realize Picardo had like a like entire gallery feature and a store, like all sorts of shit there. It's like really cool actually. So thanks, Picardo. Alright, this is effectively how we get to do this. Oh my god. Let me in! I only need 12 more subs on this damn comic. Edit. Trash that. This doesn't even go out until August. Save. Close. Dashboard. Edit episode. This bastard. Trash. Scroll, save, yes. This is the second time I've fixed this page. Okay, get out of here. Fantastic. Oh, would you look at that? Alright, we're okay. Oh, but you know what I can't forget? This. There we go. That would have been really lame. Also, if you're on the Twitch, ads are coming. You've been warned. This lady's such a fucking asshole. That's all I gotta say. Alright, cool. Let's get some dialogue on this page, yeah. Okay. How do I want to do this? Oh, my little footsy's asleep. Okay, hold on, Jace. Let me look at my calendar. I don't think I have anything. Oh, I should probably text my aunt about this. She was having issues with Grammarly. I'll have to tell my mom. Okay, good to know. Hey, so if you guys are in like an academic environment, let me see here. Let me do one thing at a time. I don't have anything on May 5th, Jace. That's fine. Other than doing school and screaming, probably. Okay, so for those of you who are potentially in academic stuff, if you're like in high school or if you're in... are you going to stream that Monday? Yes, most likely. And I'm probably streaming homework in the morning. But if you're doing academic stuff, whether that be high school or college, be advised that my school just sent out a notification from the Student Learning Center. So these guys are like the tutors and stuff for the college that I work for. And effectively what they found is that Turnitin.com, which is like the #1 plagiarism detection software for like any kind of like college or like essay stuff for high school, will flag any Grammarly changes, even if you use it to correct your grammar 100% of the time, and it will flag it as 100% plagiarized. They don't know why. This is on Turnitin's end, and I don't like there's nothing that you can do. So just keep in mind that if you need something spell checked or grammar checked, like, I will do it for free if you're a student. I don't care, especially if that's like the overall vibe. But yeah, definitely keep that in mind if you're turning in papers. It seems like something is broken there. That is not how that's supposed to work, but that's what the Student Learning Center was saying is happening, and so teachers will flag it, even if it's not plagiarized. So that's trash. That's fucking garbage. Just be very careful with it. Because obviously I know that you're not plagiarizing, you know, like... But yeah, that's pretty fucking shitty. Like, my aunt literally just got for it, and she's at like the bachelor's level. And she was, like, asking me over the wedding, she was like, why? And I was like, I don't know. That's so weird. So now I need to get my mom to send her a text message and let her know that that's what's going on. My poor aunt, she was like, I don't fucking understand. She was like, this is the first F I've ever gotten in my life. And it's like, yeah, that should not be that way. So just be careful. I'll have to make a note to my students. I don't really deal with like essay writing for my kids. And, like, the portions that they do turn in, unless there's, like, egregious spelling and grammar errors, I tend to not grade them down for it, personally. Like, because I recognize a lot of students, like, English is their second language. You know, it's like fucking, I don't even give a shit. I'm not even mad about it. But if it's, like, essay writing, you know, a lot of students rely on that. That's really shitty. I wonder if they're going to fix that. Yeah. And of course, like, for Turnitin, Grammarly offers an AI writing feature that will be flagged by Turnitin if students use it. Although Turnitin claims... Yeah. We have faculty using the AI report and are appreciating that feature. An interesting question came up recently. The report showed 64% AI-generated text, but the student claimed he had only used Grammarly, which helps just improve phrasing. Has anyone else experienced an AI report picking up on Grammarly, and is there any way of distinguishing between grammar help tools and generative AI? This person asks. Secondly, will AI be visible to students soon? Faculty assume that students could see it, but the report is only available for us. This person is their customer engagement specialist from Turnitin. They say, thanks for your feedback on our new AI detection feature. This was as of 2 years ago. We have received similar reports of this behavior and are running tests. It might be worth us investigating this further for you. I'll message you directly for more details. As of a year ago, Grammarly employs a combination of standard correction detection, which identifies frequently misused words based on patterns, and ChatGPT 4. Similarly, the latest version of Windows Suite has AI correction tools, as has the added option for Google Docs. It's worth noting that I've tested content I personally wrote years before AI was accessible to the public, and these detection tools still identified human-written content as AI-generated. I've also noticed most bibliographies are flagged. The detection tools are not advancing as rapidly as the AI itself and is not reliable. It needs to be removed until it can be updated. That fucking sucks. Yeah, I'm not going to fault a student for using Grammarly, but man, there really is, in my opinion, a big difference between using a grammar check tool and AI. Assuming that my student was telling the truth, it would be nice for Turnitin to know the difference. If you do choose to use Grammarly, write out your text ahead of time. Keep the pre-edited version so that you can prove to me that it was a human, is what this teacher is suggesting their students do. That's a fucking shame. I never had my shit flagged for that. Yeah, what if someone has immaculate grammar and spelling? Like, how does it check it? So here's the fucking problem, too, is that, as that person was saying, they turned in all of their fucking pre-AI content, like shit that was written in 2013, into Turnitin, and it was saying that it was 50 to 60% AI. And it's like, this is a fucking human. Like, this doesn't work. And so that was what they were finding with the Turing test that they did with ChatGPT anyway, is that humans were more likely to flag other humans as AI over Grammarly, or over ChatGPT. So we can't even tell the difference. Our eyes can't tell the difference, which is phenomenal for the AI. It's like exceptionally cool. That's really, really neat. But like you're saying, like, what do we do if these students are now going to have that problem? So I'll have to just let my aunt know that she should rely on... Well, it's a shame because you want your grammar to be correct. You know, like, I feel like you just back your students into a corner. That's so shitty. Also, hi, Gamby. How's it going? Yes, exactly. Turning in drafts would help with this whole issue. Because then if the drafts are getting flagged as AI, then that's a problem. And then you can tell your teacher, hey, I'm going to go in and use Grammarly to do a grammar pass on this really fast. If it comes up as AI, that's why. You know, like, if that's why it gets flagged. But that's bullshit. It's so bad. Oh my god, let's see. I don't know how I want this to cut. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be a good idea. Is that fucking terrible looking? Yes. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, we're talking about my poor aunt. I just got an interesting email from my college that I teach at. My poor aunt wrote, she's working on her bachelor's degree right now, and she wrote effectively it was like a reflection essay on her own life. So it wasn't even anything that could be plagiarized by AI at all. And she used Grammarly to check the grammar detection tools. Like obviously you want your thing to look nice before you turn it in, and it got flagged as 100% AI. And I just got an email from my student services folks, which are the tutors that are at my college campus, saying that effectively they've been finding that Turnitin.com specifically will flag anything that was touched by Grammarly, even if it wasn't generative AI, as 100% AI generated. So even if you have like a whole paper that's like maybe like a 2,000 word paper, and the 2,000 word paper, you use Grammarly on one word, it will flag the entire thing 100% as AI. Because there's something, I'm sure that there's code in there. Yeah, there's probably a bit of code that says, yes, Grammarly touched this, and Turnitin just immediately goes, nope, and then just flags the whole fucking thing, which is horrendously ineffective. Like, that is not how that should go. Actually, I want this. Yep, so I feel super bad for my aunt. Right, well, and that's the question. Right, that is the question, is if you were to copy the text, because that was what one teacher was saying in the Turnitin forums, is that their student only used Grammarly and then exported a doc file out of Grammarly. So then the question is yeah, if you like one-to-one transcribe it into a Word document and then submit the Word document, does that eliminate that code? Like, and I'm speculating here, right? Like, I don't know what would get... I'm just trying to think about how Turnitin would function as a software, you know? Well, and okay, not to be this guy, as I almost graduate from like my college degree here, I've had teachers with the grad program doing specifically, my liberal arts classes, I guess, where they were telling me, yes, I use Turnitin.com to check everything. So first of all, as a student, you can use Turnitin. You can purchase a membership to Turnitin.com and check your own work first and foremost, and make sure that it's not going to do anything to you. Secondly, they said that they were going to catch it. I used Grammarly and ChatGPT both to do some of those papers, and they didn't catch a thing. In some cases. I won't say which class is in for what, but I gotta be careful about what I say, because I don't know if they can take away my degree for, like, posthumous. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's even possible. And it's for spell checking, you know? It's, like, for spell checking and creating outlines and shit like that. And, it, you know, like, I don't know. Students should be able to use the fucking tool. I do feel very, very bad that students are getting effectively forced to not be able to grammar check. And, like, just like that person had said in that forum, what happens, like, I mean, I can open up Microsoft Word right now, and this is a huge problem, right? This is going to start to become a huge issue for everybody involved, because even if you port it over into Word, hello, get out of here. What happens if I open Word, right? I have a blank document. This little guy, this little button right here, this little fucker, draft with Copilot. I have it turned off because I don't want fucking AI in my Word documents. But if you don't know that this is what this is, if you click that button, Copilot will use generative AI to fucking do exactly what ChatGPT is going to do. You know, so the technology now is so integrated, or companies are trying really, really hard to integrate everything into all of their software, that now we're low-key kind of screwed. Where do I want to put this? Yikes. I realize I don't like the composition on this at all. Oh, and actually I realize, oh, I am a fool. Mr. Man, I'm gonna need you to stop jumping on my computer. Amigo. Calma-se. Calma-se, amigo. Yeah, so all in all, he's trying to kiss me on the mouth. Guys, Tatsu's a schmerbert. Okay, look at this. Hold on. Look at this shit. Look at this. Look at this shit. Calma-se. What is this? Ooh, he's snotting everywhere. He snotted all over my hand. Sir. Hey. This is what I have to deal with every day. Okay, so, hey, bud. I have a question for you. Can you... Oh. He's clicking a bunch of buttons. He does. He's a very loving cat. He's so sweet. Yeah, I don't know how people are gonna deal with that. I think that teachers are gonna have to fucking get out of it. They're gonna have to figure it out. You know, like, they're gonna have to... I don't know. Teachers are gonna have to get up to fucking speed. I feel really bad for all the students, like, because we should be allowing, like, we should be beyond, like, because I understand plagiarism sucks. Nobody likes plagiarism, right? If you can't think of your own fucking ideas and you're gonna just copy paste something off the internet, like, that's shitty. But, like, I think about, like, one of the most impactful scenes of any film for me was from one of the newer Star Trek movies, and it was showing the inside of, like, a Vulcan school for children, and they were effectively all in these learning pods spitting information back to an AI, but the teachers were all AI, right? And I think it was a really good showcase of how they had successfully integrated that kind of technology into their own society. And I'm sure, like, while we don't really get a good look at like how their officer systems work in like Star Trek or other science fiction, like, no Vulcan, guaranteed, if you approached a Vulcan and you said, hey, I need you to come up with a list of sources for this paper we're writing on like Terran behavior, human behavior, they would go, okay, and then they'd look at their fucking fancy supercomputer and be like, okay, get me books on this so that I can scan it. Okay, cool, now analyze all these books. I'm looking for this kind of query with this kind of stuff. And then it's up to you to critically put together the information that you're given to prove your hypothesis. It's like having the world's best personal assistant, right? And the question is what is the difference between that and Tony Stark's Jarvis, right? Arguably nothing. Like, it starts to get to a point where it's like nothing. And so we're gonna have to get to a point where people get up to speed. It went really, really fast this last year, and I'm sure turnitin.com is like, oh my god, and has like whiplash, and they can't keep it up. You know, they don't know how to distinguish between things that are actually harming the student's ability to learn and things that are beneficial. It's giving. I used to walk to school 2 ways in the snow. It's like, well, yeah, now we have cars though, so it's a very boomer way of thinking about education. And not in a good way. Sometimes the old things are better, but not always. And in this particular case, the old way is not the most efficient way. Yeah, during the Dust Bowl, yeah, that was my grandma. Actually, she didn't go to school. She had an 8th grade education. My grandma didn't know what the fuck was going on. She did her best. Yeah, God, Grammy tried. Holy shit. Grammy. God, she was trying. Let's do this one. I feel like the education systems needed an overhaul for a really long time, though. Like, really, really bad. Ugh, gross. There we go. Yeah, because I know my students are using AI. Not just, like, to do the art is unacceptable. As soon as I see any student do artwork that's AI, I'm like, nope, you get an F. Like, that's just the way that goes. You're here to learn a technical skill. It would be like somebody going into a woodworking class and then, like, getting a machine to carve, to, like, a laser cutter to carve the wood when that was not the assignment. You know, it's like, guys, please. Come on now. Carve it with your hands. Carve it with your hands. But with, like, I see, like, students that actually legitimately have learning disabilities, you know, and they send me their letters of accommodation, and their discussion posts are very well put together compared to their casual writing, like the writing that I would say is what they send me in an email. And so I know that they're using AI to get their responses written out. And it's like, I'm not gonna punish that fucking student for doing that. Like, feels shitty, you know? Like, I don't know. Okay, now I gotta scream. Okay, so now let me... I have a bunch of inserts now here. Okay, so now... Okay, better. I don't like this, though. And even still... There we go. That's better. Teachers have eyes. Stop. That's hilarious, though. You're right, though. Yeah, because I legitimately don't mind. Like, if a student is, no joke, going to, like, if they actually legitimately have, like, dyslexia or, like, a problem, like, with English being their second language, and they can use AI to help them write, I'm like, why the fuck would we not? You know, like, I don't know. That seems shitty. I know a lot of people within the art community, like, who use AI art as an excuse. They're like, oh, well, you know, disabled people couldn't draw. And it's like, well, but disabled people have figured out how to make art. So that's not really, like, if you're learning a technical skill again, like, that's not really a good excuse. But if you are trying to communicate, like, I'm not going to be a hoe. Like, this is not a math or sciences or English degree. This is a an art degree, you know, so like just let the poor student use the AI to like write their discussion post. Cuz as long as they know what they're looking for, like, and how to formulate the correct response, because if I can see like that the discussion post says something super generic and it's not actually doing what the discussion post asks, I can tell that the student didn't really reflect and did not put the right information into the AI to get out a unique response. It's just some bullshit generic garbage. I'll rate that lower for sure. But even still, it's kind of hard to detect nowadays. But students think that they're clever, you know, and it's tough because I know that this last semester I did have a student who traced AI, for sure. For sure. Someone keeps taking all the Keurig cups out at the office at work as soon as they're restocked. Holy shit, a little bandit? They're just going in, just taking all of them? Holy shit. Like, that's gotta be like 30 Keurig cups at one time. That's like a bandito level. That's fucking horrible. Also, hi Goose. How you do? How's work? They just emailed the whole team. Yeah, Keurig Bandit. Holy shit, that's rough. Okay, let's see now. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I recognize I might have like kind of a controversial opinion as an instructor, because I know that there are plenty of instructors out there who are like, nope, students got to learn how to do it the super fucking hard way. And I'm like, well, I don't know. If you can be efficient and you're still learning the material, because that's ultimately the most important thing, is are you still learning the material? If the answer is yes, I don't know. I'm like, fucking let the student do what they need to. Why would you do this to me? Hydrate. I've just been slowly sipping this matcha. Keurig Bandit sounds like some shit that McDoon would do. Well, technically, it's in the work office, so it's something that belongs to all employees. This ain't no fucking communist operation we have here. It's a capitalism ruled opportunity strikes, winner takes all situation, and I am the winner. As he like holds 40 Keurig cups and runs out of the office. Like, what the fuck? Can you fucking imagine? Mr. Man, no, you can't just crumple on my chair. Oh my god. Oh, hello, he's back. Oh, he just wants love. I think he was really mad that we were gone for like 3 days. It is public property. However, it is mine now. Yep. No Keurig cup is safe from the Bandit King. I'm fine. Sir, please, Mr. Man, holy shit, you can't be this violent. Oh my god. Jace, you see what I have to put up with every day? This is every day for me, okay? You got separation anxiety, Mr. Man. Oh my lord. Oh god. Oh, Mr. Man. Mr. Man. Mr. Man. Stop eating my tablet. Please, for the love of God. Lay down. Actually, I'm going to do this on another layer beneath it. So that I can be kind of lazy. There we go. Oh my lord. That was a lot. Yep, so we've been talking about AI and how effectively the plagiarism spell checkers, apparently, like Turnitin.com, are stupid. And they are now effectively just completely flagging everything, including Grammarly, as AI. Like, even if, like, say you use a spell checker, it's just flagging everything. It's flagging all of it. Which is not great. So that's awkward. McDoon taking the Keurig cups. I fucking can't. The song ain't great. I'm out of here. Ah, yes. Flying Microtonal Banana. This is the one with the fucking... Oh my god, can you hear Mr. Man? Guys, can you hear him? I don't know if you can hear him. Wheezing. He's over here like... Okay. Oh my god. Also, too, we came back from our trip and somehow he had a scab on his head, so I'm assuming he just, like, accidentally bonked into something, and I'm like, you're dumb. Like, God bless, you're so dumb. Like, somebody help him, please. He bumped into a chair. I mean, come on now. Here, hold on. There he is. Look at this dumb hoe. Oh my god, you're so dumb. You're so dumb. He doesn't know what's going on. He just wants to sit here and be pet. Okay, I'm putting you down now. Alright. Alright, Mr. Man. I'm gonna need you to get off the thing. Nope, you can't sit down. Nope, Mr. Man. Mr. Man. Get I'm gonna need you to scoot your little booch. There you go. I want to listen to Le Poisson Steve. Where the fuck is Le Poisson Steve? There we go. Le Poisson Steve. Yep, true. If I'm not like punching Tatsu, am I really actually doing my job? Oh my god. There we go. Oh my god, please. There we go. I got it! I love Le Poisson Steve. That makes me sad that you have to go. And then you get home late today, too. I love you, baby. I'll talk to you later. Okay. Thanks for the lurk. Okay, cool. All right. Let me see now. What's going on this next page? Okay. I gotta fucking open up my sets here. You want to know what will be nice? Working in fucking Picardo, I won't have to battle with Twitch's censorship. That'll be great. Oh boy. Bye, Jason.
Bye, I'll eat you. Don't forget to brush your teeth.
Wait, what's that?
I said don't forget to brush your teeth.
Oh yeah, okay, I won't. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, they got a new update for Daz. Okay, so now I can get rid of this lady. Oh my god, stop. No, why would you do this to me? I love it when I accidentally click something in Daz and it opens a little window and I don't know how to get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? We'll look at this page. Look at this lady not giving a fuck. Okay, how do I close this? How do I... How do I... Amigo. How do I... Okay, I got it. I figured it out. Son of a gun. Oh, hold on. I don't know which pose I want here. Somebody tell me about your life. Lady acting like a chair captain in a high school movie from 2006. Honestly true. Oh, no. My fucking Misfits market order is here. Why? Now I have to, like, go downstairs and get it. Okay, I gotta look at... Sorry, I need to open up over here what the inside of this place looked like. It's tough because they didn't have a desk. I don't think. No, so she'll have like a little clipboard. To be honest, I probably am just going to copy this angle, give or take. And so let me move Wukong here. I got it. I got it figured out. I did it. I have nothing for him to lean on. I kind of wish that I did. Because I'm like... Damn. I would pay real money to have him be able to actually lean on something. But that's alright. C'est la vie. This is cursed. Clipboard for the deskless. True. Just everybody gets to cry. Nobody gets to have... Oh, that's the pose I already have. I am a fool. Son of a gun. That's all I gotta say. Oh, that's G9. Sorry, this is taking fucking 4 million years. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go down here. Grab this son of a gun. Grab this bad boy, throw this in here. And we thankfully don't need this much. So let's see. What do I want to do for a box here? I kind of want to go... like... this. And we get to go like this, and then we get to go, I'm going to delete this. This. And then I'm going to go like this. Crop it. Flip it. You know, I have, like, this panel from somewhere earlier. I just gotta find the page. I don't remember which chapter it was from, though. Oh, the things comic artists will do to not have to draw the same fucking thing over and over. You know what I'm saying? I think it was maybe earlier. Maybe it was like chapter 2. No. It wasn't this chapter. I will never find it. This is the end. Oh, but the desire to not draw this thing is so strong, though. I guess probably my ability to draw has gotten only better. So, c'est la vie. It was a good try. All right. Well, Damn, I'm gonna find it. There's gotta be a way. Let me see if I can make these, like, uber large. I have a feeling it was after chapter 2. I can't believe I did all of that on Yupo. But maybe it wasn't after chapter 2. Fucking anything is a possibility. Give me this. Give me this extra large icon. I am so sleepy. Because this is a fine one, but that's not the one I'm thinking about. Okay, so not in chapter 2. And I don't think Wukong is even in this chapter. That's a lot of Trash King over here. Nope. Trash King! Trash King is the best. God, that's a bad camera angle on one of those panels in there. We don't talk about it. Bad anatomy. It's proof that people will like your stuff even if your art is kind of bad, guys. You just gotta trust the people. They'll be nice to you. You might think your art is oopy poopy, but somebody out there thinks it's nice. I still can't get over how I accidentally made Tiger look like Jace's dad, sort of. Twas an accident. What in the Sam help? That's just all I gotta say. Mr. Man, I'm gonna need you to stop jumping up here, dude. He just is making biscuits so violently directly on my junk. I just... So aggressive for no fucking reason. Chapter 8. If I can't find this panel after this sweep, I give up. I actually legitimately... Ugh, oh my god, he punched me. Sir, stop eating everything. Sir! Oh my god. Why is he like this, you know? Bruh. Okay, I can't find it. This is what's happening to me. Ah, there it is! Oh my god, it was more recent than I thought. Oh my god, Mr. Man, what if... Why are you like a little fucking beanie baby? I don't know how to describe you other than you are just a beanie baby. Does that make sense to anybody? He's just a fucking beanie baby. Oh, whatever this song is, not great. So I gotta go. Okay, so now this is where this sucks. Actually, knowing me, I'm gonna need to bring this down just a little bit. Oh, I don't like that. Wait. There we go. So I'm just gonna delete this lady out of here. She went on break. If anybody asks, that's where she went. She said, fuck that shit, I'm not doing my job. I handed this girl one piece of paper and I'm like, out of here. Yep. Boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I go poopy on company time. That's exactly what she's gonna go do. I'm gonna go poopy. Reusing backgrounds, cause I couldn't be asked to draw it twice. Yeah. Using the wrong brush. So I need to switch. Okay, he is now... Tatsu is now firmly asleep on my leg. Like, hardcore. Somebody's gonna be like, you legit just erase him, but shh. Yes, I got rid of them. Goodbye. There they went. They're gone now. Gone forever. Okay, save. Grab these guys. Now hold on. Gotta come in here. Censor a butt. Alright, now we make Sean large enough to sit in the chair. Oh my god. This is a little large. Yep. All right, time to save her life. Tatsu is fucking passed out. Passed out. He decided that this was time for him. I think he missed us a lot from being like, from us being gone over the weekend. He was like, what the fuck? And then now he's like, I took you for granted, I'm sorry. I picked him up and I kissed him on the head. Yes, you're so sweet. Even though you smell like Fritos and beef. I smell like beef. Yep. Oh, don't you just love the fucking how bad Daz fucks up certain anatomy? Holy shit. Nope, I don't take requests. Thanks, though, Tofty. We're working on comics today instead. I am open for commissions, though. I need to be able to see. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how much I can actually get through this. Hydrate. I'm almost through my my tea. Everybody should drink water though, or tea or coffee, soda, whatever you got. A liquid, yeah, some kind of fluid. Not pee though, we don't do that. I mean, you can if you want, I guess, but it'll make me sad. Let's see. You can make a cup of pee pretty quick. That's all I gotta say. That's like the only thing I remember from my brief stint reading Homestuck. Was I think it was Dave not knowing whether or not the jug of shit in his closet was apple juice or pee. And he was like terrified. He was like, I don't know how to process any of this. I never really read Homestuck though. Like, I think I got like a little bit into it and then like it just wasn't something that I was super interested in. And then also too, the fandom can be intense, so I tended to stay away from that shit at all costs. I know I'm going to end up erasing a lot of this out, but I hope no one ever thinks that I'm a dick for turning down requests, but also I don't know how disconcerting, like, to tell people that it's, like, how disconcerting it is to just be fucking minding your own business and then somebody jumps into a chat and is like, Dance, Derek! Does that make sense? Yeah, true. Exactly. That's like, that's really what it fucking feels like. I didn't even have to draw this fucking other pocket. I struggled with it for a second. I didn't even have to draw it. Lame. That's okay, I ain't mad. Yeah, it happens a surprising amount to me. I couldn't tell you why. And, like, most of the time it's people trolling. Like, they'll be like, draw Homer Simpson, or, like, draw Peter Griffin fucking Stewie, or some weird shit that's, like, very clearly like, oh, okay, this is, like, trolling. But sometimes people legitimately, honest to God, think that you can just come into a stream and demand artwork from people. And it's like, no, it's not how any of this works. No, siree, Bob. Yeah, surprising amount of people. This song also ain't great. It's Fat Rat, but I feel like, unfortunately, in the era of the internet, people have, like, legitimately, like, forgotten how to act. Like, I don't know how to tell people that, like, in most circumstances, like, if you saw somebody doing something on the side of the road, you would not just walk up to them and be like, do this thing for me. You know what I mean? But because it's, like, the internet, they're like, oh, that's something that I can just effectively yell at people for no reason. It's like, that is a strange assumption for you to make, my friend. Speaking of that, a bot just showed up. Get out of here. Nobody likes you. Yeah, and I'm all good for doing commissions for people, but I also think that people don't even read the, they don't even read your, like, stream title or anything. You know, where it says literally in my stream title every single time I stream that my commissions are open. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, guys, please. If you want something, it's going to cost you money. Or also, too, I feel like, as well, people don't, like, they don't think about, like, you wouldn't go into a store and, like, or a restaurant and just look at the hostess and just be like, make me a chicken sandwich, and just scream at them. You would have to, like, see the menu, figure out the prices of everything, see if that's where you want to eat. You know what I'm saying? You don't just do that. Yeah, I wish that people had better literacy, truly too. Yeah, you're right in that regard. I think legitimately people don't read. I think people do know what commissions are, but they don't want to pay money, you know? Like, I've had people complain that my prices are too high. And it's like, I don't know how to tell them that, like, there are other artists out there that I know that, like, their commission prices are significantly higher than mine. And it's not to say that those artists are overcharging either, because I don't think that they are. Yep, exactly. Well, and also too, yeah, you have to think about style. You have to think about like level of render quality. You have to think about speed. Because for me, like, I probably could go back and reassess my commissions pricing and probably lower it just a little bit, just because I've gotten faster. And with certain tools that I now use, like Daz, I can actually do things more quickly than I could before, which is good. That means that I increased in skills, so now I can reduce the price of my commission because the hourly is not so bad. But I would say my YCHs and stuff I price pretty damn competitively with, like, everybody that's on for Affinity. Like, I haven't really seen other shit that's, like, way cheaper than mine, or if it is, it's because they're, like, novice artists, you know, they're, like, hobbyist artists, which is valid, you know, if you want to charge less because you're just starting out. Definitely makes sense to do so. You don't want to, like, choose or, like, charge too much. If you're, like, brand new, that can be really tricky. So that might be something that I do soon. But I also, like, I don't know how to tell people that, like, I don't want to make less than minimum wage in my area doing art. You know, it's like, that doesn't make any sense. I didn't get a master's degree in this to make less than minimum wage. Like, that's so fucking crazy. That's silly Billy. God, Wukong's got a cut-ass fucking figure. Holy shit. Yeah, and I recognize, too, right now, pretty much nobody can afford commissions, I feel like, unless you have, like, commissions that are on the Mondo cheap side. Or unless you're lucky and you're like me, where I have a bunch of dispensable, like, or I guess, I should say exposable income. Disposable income. That's what the word I'm looking for. Because I'm a student. I have bills, but my student loans pay for my bills right now. You know, like, I don't fucking... It doesn't matter. So I don't have to worry about that shit right now. But if you're, like, a regular normal human and you're, like, paying bills and shit, like, you can't just, like, spend money on stuff, you know? Yeah, true. Yeah, like, I feel like everybody's valid. And I don't think your shit is priced too low either. Like, I start to get into concern territory when an artist is like, yep, here is my thing, it is $5. And I'm like, oh, like, it's gonna take you, like, 2 hours to do that thing. Why would you charge $2.50 an hour for your work? Like, that is problematic, my friend. Like, don't do that. But if you're charging $30 and it takes you 2 hours, then that's above minimum wage in the majority of the United States. So that's much more reasonable. Like, that makes sense to me, you know? So, like, I feel like as long as you're not fucking underselling yourself, like, holy shit, some people really be doing the most out there. And I'm like, please, baby, please just fucking increase your wage. Because this should not... You should not be charging that low. Holy God. Yeah, I feel like also, too, the people that just jump into a stream and ask for requests, too, especially when I have, like, it costs $10 to get a doodle thing on the screen, are looking to just exploit people as well. I don't think that there are people who are genuinely ignorant and they don't know. Like, they can see a price for something right there, right out the gate. So if they choose to ignore it, it's typically out of, like, malintent. They just want something for free. They want to treat artists on the internet like fucking the lady at Costco handing out samples. Which is fucked up. So don't do that. That's how you end up on somebody's blocked list, like, real fast. Yeah, right? I'm not gonna go to some guy on the street drawing portraits for $30 and ask for some hentai. I can't. I fucking cannot. God, I love Wukong's fucking boots. I want to get these damn boots. Maybe that will be something that I do soon. Soonish. As I go through my commissions prices. It's about that time. It's a shame, too, because if that person had had genuine interest, they could have gotten something for 30% off today. But alas. Plot twist. Yeah, he's got thighs meant for kicking you directly in the head. Don't ask questions, he will beat the shit out of you. I will crush your head like sparrow's egg between my thighs. Actually, I think that this is too far down. That's better. I need to... One thing I also need to do is probably do studies on... let me see if I can find a better reference for this. I need to find some harem pants on the back. Yeah. That's what I thought. I had the right idea, but not the right execution. There we go. Better. Drapery. Drapery. Fur Affinity has been down for 1.5 days. Oh, that's weird. Did they post on their Blue Sky why? Oh, large update. That's cool. Hey, hell yeah. That's great. Okay, so not for like a DDoS reason. I was worried because I know that with like everything that's been going on for them, you know, cyber attacks are not unusual for people who fucking hate others for no reason. You know? I'm gonna go ahead and move him over just a touch. So, hopefully it'll be back up soon. They did not give a timeline, but... Oh, I see, I see. Server maintenance as well. Cool. Well, there you go. Everybody loves some server maintenance. Don't you just love having a maintenance on your serve? Okay. Okay, thankfully I don't have to fuck around with a chair for him. I can just kind of put him here. I guess it wouldn't have mattered if that lady was there or not because his ass covers her, so he would have just covered her entire body. Oh yeah, and then also too, I need to get rid of this. Honestly true. I saw this very sweet article actually that was titled Solving Loneliness One Fursuit at a Time. And while I myself am not a furry, the article went into effectively how furries are really a really cool subculture group of people because they have found a way to make social interactions, even for people who are petrified of social situations, digestible by allowing for you to put a mask over your face, effectively. So you're not, I guess, like, intimidated by the social situation. And I thought that was very sweet that somebody took the time to be like, hey, we know the fursuits are kind of funky to people who don't understand, but there's a reason, you know? I see. Yeah, true. It is a very chill environment overall. Okay, so also though, I don't want that to be like a thing. I need to move this. There we go, better. Alright, I am so lazy. Alright, I gotta dick around with this Daz pose for a second here. Alright. I'm surprisingly not gonna have to fuck with it as much as I thought. I don't like this. You ever just... You ever just have a head just be absolutely fucked up to all hell? Okay, let me figure out what the fuck I'm doing. What am I doing? What am I doing? What is the dialogue on this fucking page? I think actually I am going to grab this. I also am not a huge fan of whatever this fucking song is. It's okay. It's just mid. Actually, I don't like that either. Turn this off. Oh, ironically, I think I can actually... I'm gonna have kind of a fun... I don't know. crispy panel here. And then a big old clock face here. Sure. This is a great pose. All right. Drag this under here. Zoom in. Censor the nippy naps, you know. Censor the junky junk. No birds and the bees making shit. All right, give me just a second. I will be right back. I'm going to stand up and stretch my legs. Can my leggies function again? I'm back to function and legis. Didn't we already listen to this fucking song? Spotify, come on now. I'm going over to my liked songs. We're going over here. We're getting out of here. Spotify, so I love Spotify's like discover feature. Everything about that is very cool and everything. However, what it will do sometimes is when you add shit to playlists or remove shit from playlists and say, hey, I don't want to have any of these things in my playlist, it will go, oh, and then just restart the playlist. And it's like, that's dumb. I'm like trying to figure out what I want to do with the mouth. Actually, what I want is actually more of like that kind of an expression. Taken by surprise that she would just grab him directly by the throat, I think is what he's looking for. He's like, what the fuck, woman? She's like, don't be stupid. He's like, ugh! I might do a little, I don't know, something. We'll see. I'll get on the headband in just a second. I am very proud of myself with how I fucking worked in Bo's entire introduction here. I will say I get an A+. Well, why does it keep trying to... Oh, wait. Why would you... Yeah. Why would you not play in order like I told you to, you demon? Oh God, Cal, what are you sending me? Oh my God, you're like, get the fuck away from me. No! No, Cal, no! Well, you know that person is gonna be like doing weird shit. See, it's tough, because here's the question, friends. Is because this was in chapter 9 and we are now working on chapter 10. I can't do this. I used this before. So this is where this gets unfortunate. Why am I getting weird spawns like are on my fanfic? What breadcrumbs am I leaving? I fucking can't. Okay, let me move everybody back here so that I can... Actually, you know what? I don't need to. Hold on. My ADHD brain just fired in full force. I'm actually going to finish this first. Let's see. He is truly getting yanked to all hell. He's like, bro, what did I do to deserve this bullshit? To be fair, he is suggesting murdering the guy. So let me finish at the very minimum this pose. Everyone loves murder. Not Sean. Sean's like, don't do that. To be fair, this guy literally drowned her dad. And so I can see where Wukong's logic is here. He's like, something about this tells me that we shouldn't be negotiating with this guy. We'll just go find him and kill his ass. And she's like, no, we can't do that. He's like, that is boring. That's boring as fuck. He's like, bro, please. Why? I really need to, like, grade my students' assignments and shit, but you want to know what I don't want to do? Oh my god, Steve! This is the best 1-minute song ever. Le Poisson Steve. I love him. Oh, my little fucking body. Oh, my body. And not in a fun way. It feels like I got run over by a bus. I would love to know something fun. That somehow will help me. Le Poisson Steve. Yeah, oh, Poisson d'Avril. That's so funny. And it's a day of pranks and chocolate. That is pretty good. Day of the fish. That sounds like much more fun than what we do here in the US, because I swear to God, if anybody ever fucking comes at me with shit, I'm just like, don't. It's not funny. That is funny. That's pure. That's pure and good. I feel like here in the States, people do some mean fucking shit. I realize, like, more and more every day that, like, Americans are just fucking spiteful. Like, they tend to be just really fucking mean. And so any excuse that they have to do mean shit, that seems to be the overall trend. Leading up to April 1st, you'll find chocolates in the shape of fish in a lot of chocolateries. Well, chocolateries, Jesus, my brain, I'm fine. And sometimes boulangeries, if they also sell chocolates. That's pretty fucking dope. Okay, so it actually, plot twist, it's time for me to stop stream. So I'll have to think about how I want to do the lovely, expression on the other panel later. Oh my god, my brain is fucking short-circuiting. It's actually probably for the best that I stop, because holy lord. God, I could listen to Dottie's voice all day. It's so beautiful. Oh my god, Father, I'm busy. I'm working, Dad. God damn it. My poor father. I don't want to talk. Set it on. Say nothing to say. That's fine. There we go. It's actually a fucking fantastic pose, truly. Okay. Action lines like this are difficult for me, and I don't know why. I guess I'm just like, I'm not used to like drawing them, and so I tend to overdo them. So I'm gonna leave that alone. That's probably enough. That's enough. I can leave that alone. My little body. Okay, so now when I get back next week, I'm gonna draw a really big arrow over here so that I remember what I'm doing. Arrow. Redo this. Okay, save. All right, cool. Well, all right. So now I'll know where to pick up off of next time. I'll be back tomorrow to continue to work on my portfolio because that's how that's gonna go. Yeah. Now I have to grade. I gotta grade. I gotta go get my groceries. I gotta scream. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, and I'll be back at the usual time. I don't actually have office hours tomorrow, so I can have a full stream tomorrow. So thank you for being awesome, as always. Thanks again to Hardwhale for following as well. That was very nice, and I will see everybody soon. Bye-bye.